William Lyon Mackenzie King was not only the best Canadian Prime Minister that we have ever had, he was also the best Canadian that has ever lived. Some critics have accused King of not having done enough to assuage the effects of the Great Depression in Canada, but he was a man of his time, and most politicians believed that Canada should not be involved in the economy, yet he still made great changes that benefited the country. According to an article published in Maclean's magazine in 1997, the people of Canada voted Mackenzie King as the best Canadian Prime Minister. He was given this honor because of his pivotal decisions he made during his time as the Prime Minister, which changed Canada forever for the better. Throughout the Imperial Conference in 1923 and 1926 that Mackenzie King attended, he established and preserved Canadian sovereignty. He was credited for conceiving and fighting for what is known today as the Balfour Declaration, which states that the dominions of the British Commonwealth to self-govern their country. Without the Balfour Declaration, the Canadian government would still have to ask for British government's permission for a lot of things similar to back when Canada was not an independent dominion. King believed that the issues in Canada should be dealt in Canada, not in Britain. One of King's earliest policies for social benefit was the establishment of the Old Age Pension Act. This act was designed to provide financial support to citizens who were elderly or retired until they were deceased. Without the Old Age Pension Act, older citizens who might not have any source of income would have ended up in complete poverty. The Old Age Pension Act is still in effect today. King also created the unemployment insurance, which provided the unemployed with temporary financial support while they were trying to find a new occupation. There was a high unemployment rate of 30 during the Great Depression in the 30s. It gave Canadian citizens a source of insurance for when they might be unemployed in the future, which was essential for them during harsh times like the 1930s. King also greatly expanded the growth of the National Research Council of Canada, also known as NRC. Because of this expansion of the NRC, Canada became the top country for nuclear research, especially in the areas of nuclear physics and nuclear medicine. Some may argue that King was fairly indecisive when he had to make big decisions, but he was a leader who took the time to consider things and look at them from different perspectives. For example, during the Second World War, he cleverly avoided conflict between the French and the English Canadians over conscription, something which had occurred during World War I when Borden was the Prime Minister. He kept the unity of the Canadians by postponing the requirement for conscription during World War II until he felt it was absolutely necessary, which indicated that he was not biased towards the English Canadians. William Lyon Mackenzie King was not a perfect man, which meant he could not have been a perfect Prime Minister, but he was definitely the best Canadian we have known. He gave us many of the best societal structure that we have today. Thanks to him, we can lose our job and not feel like we will end up losing everything we have. Retirement does not have to mean we have to feel that life is over. Most importantly, he gave us Canada for our very own.